I would like to formally apologize to the crochet community for what I've done. Hi, I'm Sophie. Welcome back to my channel. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while. There was literally no way of sugarcoating it. I just disappeared for 8 months with just nothing. So before I disappeared for 8 months without a trace and just left you guys with nothing, again, I'm so sorry for that. I apologize. I won't do that again, I promise. I will actually upload this time. Yeah, but my second to last project, I think, was making a glaze lily from Genshin Impact. And I did it as just kind of this in-between projects, little mini project to fill that space, because the project I was working on took a little bit longer and I wanted to keep an upload schedule. And I didn't expect to enjoy that as much as I did. I really, really enjoyed making it. I don't know what it is about just maybe the fact that it was so simple, yet it looked so nice. And I don't know, maybe it was that it took all of an hour to edit the video. Maybe that played into it because I'm lazy and I don't like editing. Whatever it was, I really enjoyed doing it. And so I posed the question to my Twitch chat, because I stream on Twitch. I posed the question to my Twitch chat being like, hey, so I did this project on my YouTube channel. What if I made that a series? And they were pretty on board with it. They were really on board with this idea of yeah, make a series of making the Genshin Impact flowers. Because I brag about this flower that I made all the time. Literally every single time I play Genshin Impact, I have to bring it out to show again. To be like, look, I made the glaze lily, it's cool. It's one of the coolest things that I've made, and I've made a lot of cool things, and I really like that one the most. So I'm gonna make this a little mini series of just some of the flowers. I don't know if I'll make all of them. I'll make my favorites, basically. But as the second flower in this series, I chose the silk flower. It's yet again another Liyue flower. I just think Liyue is beautiful. It is one of my... See, I was gonna say it's my favorite world, but Inazuma literally exists. So that's just not true anymore, because if you have seen Inazuma, you have seen true beauty. But that's not what this video is about. This is about the silk flower. It's one of the Liyue flowers. It's most notably for me, what I remember it for most is that it's a ascension material for Xingqiu. He's the second character I ever pulled from a wish, so I love and respect him very much. He's one of my faves, and I don't play him enough because I haven't leveled him up because I don't want to fight the Oceanid. That's the only reason why, honestly, because I absolutely adore him. Also, he's voiced by Christina V in the English dub, and anyone voiced by Christina V is a win. But the silk flower, huh? So I first started off by making this little, basically a sphere of, I just crocheted a sphere, basically. And then I, filled it with filling. Pro tip, this is not the time to be like, oh, I'm gonna be all cool and innovative, and instead of using just regular filling, I'm gonna use fabric scraps. This is not the project to do that, because I had to unstuff it and restuff it with different filling, because that doesn't work, because you have to put a needle through the all the way through this sphere, so fabric scraps don't work for that. And then what I did was I threaded a needle with a same coloured wool, and I kind of, it's hard to describe it really, but I'm sure you're seeing roughly what I did. Of basically you tie it off on one end, and then you put you send the needle all the way through it and out the other side, and then round back to the point, going around the outside, and then pull it a little tight so it makes this little indent. And then you do that around the outside as many times as you want until you have these little sections. I actually learned this from a little pumpkin that I made last year, I think. I made a pumpkin for me and my sister. It was really cute. I made her a little skeleton pumpkin because I don't know, she doesn't like bright colours, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a skeleton pumpkin, it'll be cool. So yeah, I learned it from a little crochet pumpkin tutorial, but it worked for this. After that is I took a yellow wool, and I doubled it over on the needle so that I didn't have to sew it as much because I'm lazy and I didn't want to. And basically you just kind of go over and over again, making these little stitching so you have this nice yellow bit in the middle, and it looks really cool. After that, I switched gears and went to the leaves instead, and you can look up leaf tutorials online, but I just kind of winged it. until it looked about like what I wanted it to. I remade it a couple times until it looked right. So yeah, I just made like these little leaf shapes. And then I took the same color thread as the top part to make the little leaf veins. I think that's what they're called. The leaves have, I think leaves have veins. Like the little leaf vein parts, right? Yeah, to just add, you know, a little bit of dimension or like excitement to the leaves, I guess. You know, make them look a little bit less boring. And then comes my least favorite part of the entire project, the wire parts. So, the stems, the stem is basically exactly the same as I did for the stem on the glaze lily. Just take some like craft wire, like really thin craft wire, and just kind of like double it up on itself, like wrap it around itself to make, you know, the length that you think the stem should be. I just kind of like roughly eyeballed it and was like, this is good enough. Basically how I do everything. Just like, close enough, it'll be fine. So I just did that. But then, what I did for the stem and for all the wire parts, which I wish I knew this when I did the glaze lily, because in that project, I just crocheted around the wire in the most awkward manner possible. And it was hell and I hated it. So out of determination to not have to do that again, basically what I did was I did a length of just a chain in the stem color, which is, you know, for this brown. And so I did a length of chain just a little bit longer, like maybe like an inch longer than it, I'd guess. I don't know how to eyeball 1 inch. I'm just hoping that's roughly what I did. And then I did 2 rows of single crochets just up it, just on that length of chain. And then I just sewed it around the wire, and it actually worked a lot better. So that's what I did for that. And then I did the same thing for the stem and the leaves, but this one I actually sewed it to the leaves when I did the stem. And so then the leaf is basically like its own little separate thing done at that point. And then there's a bit that I hate, because what it has made me do. I would like to formally apologize to the crochet community for what I've done. I used hot glue. I used hot glue on this project. These little bits, they are hot glued. You can see right there. That is a whole chunk of hot glue. As I did the same things with the stems, except I curled them a little bit to make these little floaty things. Why do they have these? Why do so many Genshin flowers have these stupid little floaty things? I get that they're magic, but I don't care. They're annoying to make. I know it's a magical world with magical plants, but sometimes the magical plants are annoying because I can't make them. But yeah, I did the same thing, except a couple of them are actually connected. The wires, I kind of like made the wires This isn't a tutorial. This isn't gonna teach you how to make the flower, I'm sorry. If you want to make this, you're gonna have to struggle just a little bit like I did. There's nothing I'm not a tutorial channel. I'm a watch a little gay do absolute chaos trying to make a thing. But yeah, they're all kind of connected a bit. But once I realized they weren't gonna stop like spinning around and flopping and like not staying, I had enough. I was tired, so I just grabbed my hot glue gun and just went to town. And in the process, also attached the stem. Basically, the only thing left to do after that is to actually attach the 2 pieces together, because at that point, it's still in 2 pieces. And so basically all I did was I put the 2 stems together and then just sewed it. I sewed about 2 inches of the stem, like in length, together to hold them together. And then I just did a little single crochet to make this little like tie bit. You know, the little tie bit that ties them together. That I know they don't grow with the tie bit, but when you pick them up and you have them in your item menu, then they have a little tie, which I just assume is a thing that like the Traveler did. But I think it's cute, so I added it anyway. But yeah, and after that, that is really it. It is done. So yeah, this is actually the end of the video. I do plan to make more of these because I want to put them all in this like jar that I have. It's not really a jar, it's like a jug. I have this like jug that I have currently this and the glaze lily in, and I think it would be really cool to fill it with the other flowers. I think it would look really nice because it's like a nice subtle decoration that's like, you know, from afar, like if you don't really know about Genshin, it's like, oh, those are some nice flowers. They're cool. That's like creative that you like crochet the flowers. That's cool. But if you actually play Genshin, then it's like, oh, you're a Genshin player. Nice. you know? And I like that. I like subtle ways of expressing my hobbies. So, yeah. Let me know what flower I should make next, in the comments. Also, let me know what is your favorite flower, because I might actually start picking from people's favorite flowers as to what I make next. Because I've already made my favorite flower, because my favorite is the glazed lily, which is why I made it first. But yeah, I'll actually start picking from your guys' comments of which flowers you want me to make next. So I do plan to bring more projects to this channel, and actually expand my horizons, I guess, craft-wise, because I do want to start doing kind of, you know, more than crochet. I want to start doing sewing videos, but they take significantly longer to make because sewing is vastly different from crochet. But I do want to start making a lot of sewing videos as well, including a lot of sewing cosplay as well. Sewing and crochet cosplay, because cosplay is a thing I really enjoy. I do a lot of it on my TikTok, so you can check that out if you want to see that. And I may do another project tour of some little things that I've done this year that I haven't filmed, or things that were going to be videos and just never happened. You know, like, because there's a lot of things that I made that I planned to make a video about, and I just never did. So I might make a video about videos that never happened, basically. But if you want to keep updated as to what I'm currently working on, you can follow my Instagram and my Twitter. My Twitter is significantly more active than my Instagram. I am sorry to my deeply neglected Instagram followers. They get a post once in a blue moon. I'm not even going to say that I'm going to start posting more on my Instagram, because that's just not true, but I tweet like every day. So if you want to see me make horrible things like this, I tweeted this yesterday. I'm not sorry for making it. I'm literally not even sorry for it. But yeah, if you want to see stuff like that and know a little bit more about when I'm filming and what, you know, if I need project ideas and you want to be like, hey, what if you made this for a project? Tweet me. I'll probably reply. And also be like, oh my god, someone tweet at me. But you know, it's fine, it's fine. So yeah. I also do make music. I've currently only made one song, but I plan to start writing more. I'm currently in the process of writing my second one, so you can check out my SoundCloud to see that. Well, hear it. It's music. You don't see it, you hear it. But if you want to hear my song, check out my SoundCloud. I think it's really cool, and I think you'll really like it. And on top of that, if you also want to see more of me in between videos, in terms of less just reading my tweets and actually hearing my voice, you can check me out on Twitch. I do stream some days. I stream at least 3 times a week. I don't really have a concrete schedule. I think it's pretty obvious. I don't have a schedule for anything at this point. So if you want to hear my voice, hang out, come vibe. We play loads of games over there. We do a lot of fun stuff. It's a good time. Chat is lovely. And we always welcome new people. We love seeing new people. And if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell to be notified when the next video comes out. But until then, I will see you in my next video. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye!